cannot tell the thoughts of hell that carried me home.
So, due to Lincoln sleeping so much last night, she woke up at 6 a.m. and was not going back to bed. Morning, yeah. I am so tired because I definitely did not go to bed at the same time she did. And I woke up with the gnarliest bug bites on my arm. And you can't even really see them, but like, there's one on my wrist here and one right there. And they're like welts. I do not know what bit me, but it bit me twice on my arm and they are huge and they hurt. Oh, Smiley baby. Hi. 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 So my cousin Carly had a baby right before me. Guys, really? Gotta run right now? Anyway, my cousin Carly had a baby right before me. She's about a month and a half older than Lincoln. I texted Carly the other day, or yesterday, and I asked her if she was sleeping through the night, and she said yes, she was. And I asked her how the heck she got her to do it, because she said at about a month and a half she was sleeping through the night, and Lincoln is now a month and a half, almost 2 months old. Ooh, she's 2 months old in like a few days. And she said she put her on a sleeping schedule, so I asked her to send me the schedule, and now I have it, so we're working on it. But right now, she's supposed to sleep from 8:30 to 10, and somebody's wide awake. Hi, crazy. You're supposed to be sleeping. So this is how I'm spending my morning. Before I moved here, I actually used to work at a coffee shop, and it still to this day is my favorite job. Like, I would go back and work at a coffee shop in a heartbeat. You meet the nicest people, everyone's happy to get coffee, like, conversations are short and sweet, you get to smell coffee all day, and it is just the best. And my favorite was when someone would order Earl Grey tea, because I love the smell of Earl Grey tea. Like, when I was working there, me and my friend Jessica, who worked there, would always talk about getting Earl Grey candles. And ever since then, every time I go into a store that has candles, I look through all of their candles to see if they have an Earl Grey scent. Because I want to make sure it smells like the actual tea. And I have not been able to find it, so I think I'm finally just going to have to break down and buy one online. So I've been searching Amazon this morning and looking for Earl Grey candles. And it's my dream to just have my house smell like Earl Grey. I love that smell. It's kind of hard. I wish I knew what they smell like. That's why you don't buy candles online. That's why they're not popular. Because I don't want to buy it, spend like $30 on a candle, and then get it and have it not smell like Earl Grey. So I think I'm just going to have to order one and hope it works out. Oh, it's Earl Grey oil. That's cool. Yeah. Oh. So that's how I'm spending my day. So Lincoln here had a dirty diaper, so I went to go change it. And when I took her diaper off, she decided to poop some more, and it literally made it all the way from the table and got on my wall. So this is where she was sitting, and it got on the wall. I cleaned it up, but while it was getting to the wall, it passed and hit my hair, like a little piece of hair that was hanging down. So I just had to clean poop off my floors, my walls, Lincoln, the table, and my hair. So my day's going so great. You know what sucks so freaking bad is that you know your husband's gonna call you today after you haven't talked to him in 3 weeks, and you check your phone so much your battery dies, and so you leave it on the counter to charge, and when you go and look at it, he has called me like 8 times, and I missed all of them. And then it was like on Facebook Messenger, so I messaged him back, but there's nothing I can do right now. And I'm so pissed at myself. I finally got a hold of Justin, and well, I guess I kind of got a hold of him. He messaged me back on Facebook, and he tried to call me, and I guess the Starbucks he's at had a download limit. Like, you could only use so much of their Wi-Fi, which I think is ridiculous. I don't think I've ever been to a place that offers free Wi-Fi in America that we put like a download limit on Wi-Fi. Because I worked in a coffee shop that had tourists that just came and used our Wi-Fi for hours, and it like that's what it's there for. It's free Wi-Fi for a reason. We didn't like give them a limit. Anyway, so he called me on his friend Lowry's phone, but 10 minutes into the conversation, he used up his friend's Wi-Fi limit too, so that sucked pretty bad. I didn't really get to talk to him, so it was a big bummer, but he got to see Lincoln because it was a video chat, and he got to see Huck, so that was good, but it's a bummer that he's somewhere with a cell phone, but because Starbucks puts a Wi-Fi limit where he is, I couldn't talk to him. Good news, this is my last day of this week. Tomorrow starts a new week, and next week is the week I get to finally move to Utah. And I get a lot of questions about this, so I'm just going to answer them. I'm moving out of this house. I'm going to go to Utah for 9 months because Justin is deployed. I'm going to go live with my family. My entire family's there. Both of our families are in Utah. So Lincoln will be around family. I'm taking both the dogs. All of this stuff in this house is going into storage. And yes, I am losing this house, which is not a big deal. It took us 6 hours to get in this house. Justin walked into base housing, asked him for a house, and they handed him the keys a couple hours later. So it's not a big deal to walk out of this house because in 9 months we can walk back into another one. So it's really not a big deal. And those are just kind of questions I get a lot. But yeah, we're moving out of this house. I'm going to be in Utah for a minute and then we're coming back. So I used to not have Lincoln on a schedule. She just kind of would sleep when she would sleep and be awake when she was awake. It worked out pretty good, but she wasn't sleeping through the night. She's still sleeping really good. But now with this schedule, it's really hard to kind of make sure she sleeps for the full time that she's supposed to be sleeping, because once she wakes up, it's hard to get her to go back to sleep. And then when she's awake, it's hard to like keep her awake and occupied that whole time because she's a baby. So it's not like there's not much you can do with her to like grab her attention. So I literally have to be like holding her and staring at her and like doing stuff with her the whole time. So it's kind of hard, definitely. But I'm sure as she grows up, she'll be able to kind of do more when she's awake, and then she'll be better on the schedule. Hey, that's Mom's hair. Yep. Hi. I have like a ton of questions that come through, and they're kind of the same questions. And a while ago, in the beginning of a vlog, I answered a lot of frequently asked questions, and there's still been a ton of new people since then. So if you have any questions for me that you would like me to answer, just leave them in the comments, and then in tomorrow's vlog, I'll just answer a bunch of questions because I'm not doing much tomorrow. And I get a ton of questions that are like super repetitive almost. So if you have questions, just ask them and I'll answer them in tomorrow's vlog. Anyway, I am going to lay down and try and hang out with Lincoln, just us two for a minute, and then do her nighttime routine and go to bed. So good night. Good night. Ooh. Oh, no. Okay. Over here then. Yep. Still working on that neck control. So I was just in the middle of writing an artist report, doing some stuff for school, and I decided since Lincoln is awake that I would take her on a little walk around the neighborhood because it's super nice outside, and obviously I need to work on leash training the dog.